if you work from the government, turn this off right now. And you did not hear anything I just said. Anyways,
what's a transatlantic?
What's a WikiLeaks?
Chaos. Non-stop chaos.
You're just gonna start off the episode with chaos. Yeah, no, I feel you, man. That was a whirlwind for sure this past couple weeks. So
yeah, I'm very tired. I feel like I need a week-long nap.
Yeah, we just for context, Joel and I just got back from LA from the live hacking event HackerOne did H1 213, and we did not. We did not release an episode last week like we were hoping to.
Oops.
Yeah.
We broke our streak.
It's a part of the live and learn, content creator life. You have high expectations going into something like this, and but yeah.
I mean, it was really funny because leading up to it, I was like, "Hey, aren't we supposed to record the day that we fly to the event?" And you were like, yeah, about that. We're going to have to figure something out.
And then we're just like, we'll just record there with everyone and then edit it on the spot and post it the same night. No, never do that.
And then we're at the happy hour and it's like 8 o'clock at night. And I walk up to you like, hey, so...
2 drinks in,
When do you want to record that episode? And you're like, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Tonight? And then we just like started grabbing hackers and
that worked out really well though. We grabbed quite a few great hackers. We had Franz, Nogli, Corbin, Bouman. We had Zazel, good old Sam Curry himself. I'm glad they all came in, but I'll warn you guys, the audio, it's not great. Not.
Listen. You come for the content, not for the audio, okay?
Yeah. Live podcasts are a thing all their own, and we're figuring them out. But if you can, get ready to adjust your volume indicators, and we tried to edit it so that it's mostly level. But yeah, there are definitely some spots that need some love. So focus on the content for this time around, and we'll try to keep the normal podcast audio as smooth as it normally is.
Yes, absolutely. This is your fair warning. Turn your volume down a little bit. We have tried to normalize it, but there are definitely going to be some peaks. These are little handheld Bluetooth mics, so that's just kind of the way it is, So just got to deal with what we got, and hopefully you enjoy this episode because there's a lot of really awesome stuff in there.
Yeah, there are. All right, cool. With that, let's cut to the episode. You got anything else you want to say before we jump right in?
No, I think we'll already cut it.
All right, peace. Enjoy the episode, guys. Okay, so did you already do any intro stuff, or are we just rolling?
No, we're just rolling.
We're just rolling. All right,
Are we gonna edit this? I don't know.
Here's the deal, everybody. We grabbed these little. Nogli, what are you doing, man?
I tried to stop.
Yes.
We've been recording.
You're good, man. You're good. So we grabbed these little crappy little mics, and we grabbed a bunch of sick hackers from the live hacking event that we're at in LA, H1 213, 213, which is the area code for LA.
Los Angeles,
in case that wasn't clear. I love how we have Nogli's literally like right here, like just right off the screen. We've already had enough of him over the past couple episodes. We're just gonna skip everything, and we're just gonna talk about bugs today. So who wants to start us off? Corbin?
I don't know what I can talk about.
You got a bug in your mind?
I mean, the transatlantic cable one is pretty
okay. Hit us with that. You blogged about that though, didn't you?
I wrote oh God, I don't want to say it. I wrote a Twitter thread about it.
Oh,
Twitter thread got over a million views.
Are you serious?
I did, yeah.
Wow, dang.
Naturally.
Right. Well, tell us about that. I'm gonna go tell the other guys we're actually recording.
Well,
okay. I'll hold this.
What was it? In a certain year, there was a WikiLeaks document about some critical infrastructure that the government would not want touched.
Okay.
And on that document was a transatlantic cable called TAT-14. I can say it now because it's decommissioned, but TAT-14 was owned by a company.
By the way, if you work for the government and you have a security clearance, you just violated it.
If you work from the government, turn this off right now, and you did not hear anything I just said. Anyways,
what's a transatlantic?
What's a WikiLeaks?
A wiki what?
A wiki what?
Yeah.
Wikipedia? Okay.
No,
Anyways.
Yeah, Wikipedia.
Anyways, there was this bug bounty program that was a telecommunications company that had this on their IP range. So I was definitely not going out of scope by scanning their IP ranges, but I came across a page as a web server, and on it said TAT-14, and I thought it was.
I mean, was that it? Was it all it said?
It was like TAT-14 and gave information like this is across the Atlantic Ocean, and like just kind of some like
and you just
information
like Googled it. I mean,
I looked it up. I'm like, okay, why the heck do they have a marketing page for like a transatlantic cable? Like, who cares? Like, I don't even know what that is. I don't even like care.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, I'm just gonna run, like F against this for shits and gigs, right?
Oh my god!
And all of a sudden, like I'm running it on this like really short word list, and there's a directory called admin.
Oh no!
And then you visit the admin, and it takes you to a login page, right? And so there's like asks you for your username and password. I'm like, well, I don't have a username and password, and I realized it was running like Tomcat and like had like JSP files, and so it was like posting to like login.jsp.
And you tell that by cookies?
No, you just view source.
And it's
real
Tomcat?
hacking. No, okay. Well, Tomcat you can tell by like the server
header,
that it responds with. But you view source and you look at the form and it's posting like a JSP file.
Nice.
So I start like doing directory brute forcing, or not like I'm just like brute forcing for JSP files, and like hoping I'll be able to just like hit a file on there and like be able to do something unauthenticated. And there's like no results. And so I start brute forcing directories next. And like nothing really happens, but I saw one was like 301, and so I just pasted that in my browser, and it just redirected me to the login page. But then I don't even know how it happened. I think it was by accident. I'd been like I kept directory brute forcing and had no success, but I visited that directory again in my browser. All of a sudden, I was logged in as an administrator to this transatlantic cable.
That's crazy. So do you think that you got like a session through like the Google search or?
No, so I think I don't even know. This thing was like super legacy and super old, but it was like, okay, this directory should only be like hit by an admin. I don't know if it was like JSP, like some sort of like Tomcat caching, but when I'd hit this directory a second time, it would set a cookie in my browser as an admin.
And was there any like user account attached to it, or was it just like welcome?
No,
admin?
I was the admin account.
Oh my gosh.
And I go to the users
like
page,
one
and
account.
There's like 30 accounts on it.
This transatlantic cable has like one, like admin is the username, shared like password with like 7 people.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, and so I have this framed on my wall, but this is like my favorite Slack conversation to date. Is like I reported to the bug bounty program. I knew their technical program manager that was like helping that company run the program.
Right,
and so I messaged him this report. I told him like what it was, and he's like, Corbin, why are you targeting international infrastructure,
critical infrastructure?
Yeah, and then all of a sudden like a minute later, he just responds with "Holy shit!"
Freaking.
And so I have that framed on my wall.
Oh my god!
And so I reported that to the program, and it was the most underwhelming response I've ever gotten. They said they didn't own it and it was out of scope, but it had their logo and their name on it.
Oh no!
But it was one of those deals where it was like a conglomerate of
sure,
and
nobody owns that.
Nobody owns it because everybody owns it.
Right.
So they fixed it because nobody owns it, so nobody fixed it.
Right. Somehow they knew about it from your.
It was
report.
magical. I don't know. It just like it went away and it never happened.
Wow.
But yeah,
That's crazy,
that was probably one of the funniest, like most absurd bugs I've ever found.
Okay, so takeaways from that: brute force stuff, and pay attention to the response. Right?
Yeah.
There could be set cookies in there.
Yeah.
And those, and actually, it's pretty cool what you did, because a lot of times when you're hitting it with FUF and stuff like that, you're not really looking at the response. You know, you're not really like in an active browsing session.
Yeah, you're not in like burp repeater.
So hit
everything.
hit the the endpoint that you got from FUF. Put it in your browser. Pay attention to the cookies, because there could be some good giveaways.
Yeah, there's a lot of like little things like that where it's just like it just takes a little like intuition and a little just like observancy. I don't know what's the word.
Observancy.
Observancy.
You heard it first here on
It's a
Critical
word.
Thinking.
I defined it. Observancy.
One now.
Yes.
Hacker observancy.
Just be observant.
1,
That's
get
a word, I
intimate
know
with
that.
the application. 2, hacker observancy.
3, touch grass.
All right. Oh gosh. All right. Thank you, Corbin. That was hacker _ on Twitter. Corbin, you've got literally 2 words to shout something out.
Boring mattress company. That's 3 words.
Oh no! What? He's a hacker. He broke the rules.
Boring mattress company.
Boring mattress company. This man is making history, changing sleep.
Mattresses.
Boring mattress company.
Mattresses.
Let's
That's
go.
Money laundering.
that's not money laundering.
Not
You heard it here
laundering.
first. Right, FBI?
Oh my gosh. All right, who's up next? We got
Who's next?
Franz
Who's next?
Rosen. We got Sam Zazzle Curry. We got Dr. Bowman in the house. We got Nogli.
Nightly.
Yeah.
He's
right.
looking for a
Nightly
bug.
is looking for a
He has
bug.
too many to sort
Oh,
through.
it's Mr. Curry.
Sam Steph Curry.
That's not my middle name.
Nice to meet you.
You have to reintroduce me as the correct.
All right, Sam
Sam
Sam-
Zazzle Curry.
the King Curry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So Sam, what are you telling us about, man?
So we did a bunch of car hacking recently, and
Damn straight.
one thing that was really annoying was like Teslas are really hard to hack, right? And we
Alright.
got inside of a Tesla and we sat down in it. And we're like, all right,
Is this your Tesla?
this is my Tesla.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, he wasn't
Yeah.
gonna flex on us,
This was
but
a humble-
I helped him. You know.
Wow. Okay. Anyway, so Tesla is like pretty difficult to hack, right? And we hacked all these other car companies. It was really easy, and we're like kind of mad because we're like, well, we can't hack Tesla because they're kind of harder. But like, we kind of sat in there for a second. We're like, all right, Teslas have SIM cards, right? And the SIM cards talk to
Of
the internet.
course.
Yeah, so we're curious. We're like, how does Tesla use SIM cards? So we go in the browser, and I was actually with Joel, and we go in the browser, and we see that the IP address is owned by AT&T.
That's true.
So we're like, okay, so Tesla buys all these SIM cards from AT&T. How does this work? So we go to business.att.com where you can buy SIM cards from AT&T. And we're sitting there, and I register an account, and I buy a SIM card. So 2 weeks later in the mail, I get my little SIM card, it's a little device, right? And I'm like looking at it, and I go back to the website, and I plug it in. And when I'm plugging it in, I have my Burp Suite open, and I kind of start fuzzing it a little bit. And I see this error when I'm fuzzing it, and it says, there's an error in your Jasper syntax. So I'm like, well, what's Jasper?
Oh, that's who owns the IP range.
Yeah, so we Googled Jasper, and we realized that the entire world's telecommunication network for SIM cards is ran by this company named Jasper.
Oh my gosh.
Sure.
So if you're Verizon or AT&T or Bell or whoever, you basically use this company called Jasper as a dashboard to manage your SIM cards.
Sam, you have an uncanny ability to find companies that run an entire industry and then pwn them.
Well,
Like, what is that? How do you do that?
so the failure on this part was actually AT&T, but
Oh, really? Okay.
yeah, it is a skill of mine, you know.
Yeah.
As Sam,
Yeah.
The
Sam
King.
Baker.
Zazzle, the king.
Zazzle.
Steph
But-
Curry.
But anyway, so you take the secret that, you know, is disclosed in this error message from the AT&T response, and you plug it into the system called Jasper, right? And Jasper, again, is this dashboard to manage hundreds of millions of SIM cards, right?
Oh my god.
And you think, you know, business.att.com, you know, what am I going to have access to?
Mhm.
So you take it and you plug it in a dashboard and you query it and you say, search all SIM cards. And it's like results, 180 million SIM cards.
Oh my
So-
goodness.
So we're
Not
looking, not bad at all, you
Is
know.
this
We're,
like a god tier token or something?
it is. So
Oh my goodness.
using this key that we return from business.att.com, we plug it into Jasper, and we can run a query to return specifically Tesla SIM cards. And I'm reading the API documentation, which is this weird XML API, and it has like track location of SIM card,
Oh.
disable SIM card, send SMS, read SMS.
You know, nothing too bad.
Yeah, you know. And then we list the customers of business.att.com through another API call. We see FBI, DHS, NSA.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
So
Again, nothing too bad.
no. So we're sitting there and we realized that through one XML API call, we could basically shut down the internet for all Teslas or track all Teslas.
Oh my gosh.
And another endpoint is basically just like read all latest text messages, right?
Okay. I'm gonna pause you here.
Yep.
So you get the token. How do you just put it into Jasper?
Yeah, so it took probably 2 hours of reading documentation.
Oh man, the poor guy.
Yeah,
He had to
no.
read documentation for 2 hours before he
was-
popped this 183 million, whatever it was.
Well, it's crazy, right? Because like Jasper as a technology runs the entire world's telecom. Like if you look at any country or any
Yeah,
continent in the world,
yeah,
they run 10 telecommunication networks per
that's
continent.
crazy.
Yeah, it's absurd. And these systems are public on the internet. You can go to bell.jasperwireless.com if you want to see bells. And a little enumeration, you can see the rest of them.
So remember, Sam, how we said we didn't want to have to bleep out a bunch of stuff this episode?
Yeah. I was outside. I was
Oh,
outside.
no.
I was on the balcony.
I guess we're bleeping that one out.
That one's gonna have to be bleeped. All right, cool.
Why?
I don't
Probably
know.
so. We don't get a
I
lawsuit.
just feel like we just put a target on somebody's back, but whatever. All right,
fair.
all right, we'll figure it out. That's the bug.
That's a crazy bug.
You reported. Okay.
Oh yeah. So like, what did they pay you? Did they?
Yeah,
Did they
so-
give you just high fives? And you're like, cool, thanks. By the way, that's out of scope.
Well, what we did is,
Story of Sam's life.
yeah, we emailed it and reported it to AT&T, but we realized that they probably weren't going to respond fast enough. So we reported it through the Tesla Bug Bounty program since we knew they were a customer and we accessed their data. And the Tesla Bug Bounty team was like fantastic. They responded within like 24 hours. They fixed it, or they reached out to AT&T, who fixed it within like 48 hours.
Wow.
And then
That's crazy.
yeah, Tesla actually awarded like a bounty on AT&T's behalf because we were able to actually like, remotely disable any type of Tesla, right? So
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude,
Wild.
That's crazy, man. Thanks for dropping that one, dude. That's
No,
a
cheers.
that's a crazy one.
Super
All
cool.
right, who wants to go after that?
Yeah. Any follow-ups?
What would it
What's the
happen
one
to
up that-
be?
Franz, I have an XSS.
Franz,
The
I have an
XSS is like a
version.
global XSS on the internet.
I know, right? Come on, Franz. Come on, Franz. So that was great. That was great, Sam.
You know about the moon, right?
Oh,
All right,
you know
oh,
about
man,
the
he's
moon.
putting
All
off
right.
the moon. All
Yeah.
right, let's
So
go.
you know the moon and where it's at
Like the
right
one
now.
in space.
It wasn't always where it's at.
What?
No, just kidding.
In the beginning.
Just kidding. No, so I wanted, like, you can't possibly top that. So,
Right.
I'm just sitting here
The moon.
being embarrassed for, like, the imposter syndrome
Okay.
hits hard.
If there's a situation where Franz Rosen
Every
has
day.
imposter syndrome,
Every day.
then
Every day.
yeah, like
Yeah. Yeah, don't
you're
be worried.
fine.
I have it every day. No, I thought about it and thought that I would probably bring it to the angle of collaboration, because I think that's it's such a superpower to like combine brains into one. And I have one bug that was. Oh, sorry, I speak so loudly.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
good.
Should I raise my voice now?
He's got
No,
that-
just
he's got
kidding.
the strong Swedish
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah, the Swedish voice.
Rip our editing.
Yeah. Should I take it in Swedish? Habla hubla. And then you can translate
Oh,
it.
he's gonna
Yeah.
start
We're
cursing.
gonna have to start doing so much editing.
Yeah. You don't need to like censor it. You just need to actually understand it. and translate it.
Okay.
No. So there was a fun bug where, and I think all of us have been to that point where I found an SSRF,
Mm.
and the SSRF was kind of boring. Like you couldn't really, like, you could fetch, external things, but you couldn't hit any metadata. You couldn't do anything, and you're like, yeah, it's a SSRF, but what the hell can I hit with this?
Right.
And it was like, I believe it was in
Which
some.
is the right question, by the way.
Yeah.
Like if you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
an SSRF and you're hitting external things, that doesn't necessarily mean there's a problem there.
No,
right?
exactly.
So follow the
Yeah.
logic of Mr.
Exactly.
Rosen here and think, okay, what can I hit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I came to the conclusion that like I can't really hit anything. Like it's not really internal. It's running on some probably like Lambda or like a cloud function. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really hit anything internal. The only thing that was like different from, but it's not really different from any other. But the only thing that was different was that the result of the SSRF was showing up inside HTML. So you actually got HTML back inside the content. There was like rendering of the data that you were fetching.
And the content type was HTML?
Yeah,
Okay.
inside. So I mean, you had like a XSS,
Sure.
of course, but that wasn't as fun. And and it was like super annoying having that, because I'm like, yeah, the biggest thing you can do here is an XSS. And enter Matthias, Avlid Imbrun, Mr. Matthias Karlsson,
The one and only.
Shout out.
Yeah.
I finally got him into Bug Bounty again, and I'm super happy for it.
Is he back?
He's back.
Dude.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yes.
Batman.
And you know what the first thing is when he gets back? He writes automation. So
Wow.
he was I believe, I'm not gonna take any creds from anyone, but I believe he and Shubs played with an idea very early on, pre-Asset Note.
Oh, wow.
But the app that they were playing with was called Asset Note.
Yeah, that was
that's
like the beta version of
yeah,
Asset Note.
exactly.
I remember
exactly.
that.
I think they
remember
open sourced it
Yeah,
at some
they
point.
did.
Yeah.
I remember in high school I was trying to set that up.
Yeah. There's terrible installation notes though. Yeah, so so he went away and came back now, and he's like, now he's building his own monitoring again called Snooper. I made now it's not for sale or anything, but he's like he's done it again. And the funny thing, this was happening at 3 a.m. in the night, and he's like, weird idea, like what if you can do like a template injection in the HTML from the SSRF? And I'm like, yeah, that sounds crazy, man. He's like, yeah, I know, whatever. And we went to sleep the day after. And the day after, my kids were at home, and I was like, you know, they were busy with something, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna test that. And I'm like, I've never done SSTI. Like, what do I do? And he's like, yeah, you can try these 3 ones. And the third one was like, what the hell is that? He was like, yeah, but it might be Node. So it's like with the, you know, percentage sign and, you know, brackets and percentage sign and stuff.
Yeah.
So I tried that, and like I 2 times 2 on all of them, and like put it on my page, make this SSRF reach that one, fetch it back in like 4. And I'm like, oh, fuck, you're right.
No.
You're like, it's evaluate. He's like, oh, was it the third one? Yeah. Oh, it's AGS. Like EGS? Like, yeah, it's just going straight to eval in Node. I'm like, are you sure? Yeah, he's sure. And I'm like, process.
That's crazy.
And like, get back object. Okay,
No.
process dot like, and then I came to require it, and it's like function. Okay, require like child process. Yeah, object. Okay, env. Like,
Yeah.
everything. And I'm like, you fucking crazy man thought of this idea. I've never thought about it. And I'm like, how many SSRFs showing up somewhere had SSTI and I never knew about it? Like, I'm just like, I love that idea about like some crazy thought about, yeah, what if it just gets passed back into the template? And yeah. So I love that. I think
how
that
is
was a
that-
beautiful.
What does the code even look like for that on this? Like, I can't even imagine. Like, so
Yeah, it's a
pulling
good question.
template and then
It's putting it into the template
And then rendering.
and then rendering it. Yeah, it's not even a parameter or something. It's like before the template is even, you know, put into rendering mode, it's injecting that kind of thing inside.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
puts it in
string
the
concat.
string. It
Yeah,
puts it
yeah,
in the
yeah.
string and then
Yeah,
renders it.
yeah.
Wow. That's
So
that's cool.
and it was just beautiful that he had the idea, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna try it tomorrow. It wasn't even that serious, but I love that idea of like collaborating with those weird thoughts, because that was a proof that sometimes those crazy ideas can actually be happening for
Yeah.
real, and I love
This
that.
reminds.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's crazy.
That's
That's
amazing.
an awesome. That reminds me of that PayPal.
Oh yeah, no, it's just like it. Okay, all right. Then.
Thank you.
All right, if we're doing template injection stuff,
I mean, well, we talked about this on a
we-
previous one. but-
That's right. You already
Yeah.
you already dropped this one, right?
Yeah.
I keep on forgetting, whether we've talked about it on the pod or whether it's just chatting.
Yeah.
All right, we got Dr. Bowman.
Anybody else want to go?
Dr.
You wanna go?
Bowman's up. All right,
All right.
hit us with some magic. Also, I only gave Corbin a shout out. I totally forgot to let anyone else shout anything
Yeah,
out. So we'll do that at the end.
We'll have it at the end.
Yeah.
So what I love to do is creativities. So I always try to think a little bit out of the box. And about a year ago, I was involved with some program that was active in the music industry. So I thought like, hey, I might become a music artist myself.
Give yourself a little hair flip there with that.
There you go. But yeah, because I want to become an artist, so I get access to certain assets I normally don't have access to.
Sure.
And one might say, hey, that's social engineering. But well, if you actually create music, if you actually create artwork,
If
you're an artist,
if
right?
you're a real user of the product.
Yeah. So and
I like
this is something that not many people have heard. But what I did, I reached out on Fiverr. We all know Fiverr.
Oh my gosh.
And I got me myself some lo-fi guy who created a beat. I searched myself for the word bug bounty on some search engine that indexed all the subtitles in the world of all movies and video series. So I discovered that the A-Team got a certain moment in their series where they talk about hunting bug bounties.
No way.
So I got that
I didn't know
phrase, put it also on Fiverr, and get a vocalist to make an imitation of it.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I was too scared of using the original 18 part, because I thought, okay, if my music get released, I might get sued.
This is
by
gonna
that.
get top of the charts, man. You know.
So, and then I had to find someone to create the artwork, of course, pixel art thingy, Alice in Wonderland style. So
this man dropped like $200 on this POC, like for sure.
Actually, I for this sort of stuff, I spend money. So
Yeah.
I spend on this one, I think $400 or so, 500. And I want those people to earn good as well, since they help me, and it's a risk. And in the end, if the book works, you got a good story. If it does not work, you still got a good story to share.
Exactly.
So
and here we are.
so this is the artwork cover. It's Alice in Wonderland that has to decide which route to go.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
So there's a route with out of scope,
maybe we'll overlay it on the.
non-fable and stuff like that. And Alice in Wonderland is wearing a sweater with my initial domain name, where's my blind XSS thing.
I might have to have you send
Joe
it to me.
And
I don't know.
then I ended up with this song, and it's not being published before, and it's really hard to find it. But let me put it on. Yeah. So.
I've been collecting on bounty for 34 years now.
What is that?
This bug bounty is the one I've been waiting for all my life.
This is crazy.
Everything goes just right. We'll get him, Daddy. Don't you worry. Well, we better get him.
Dude,
Heck yeah.
that's sick.
This is my 3-minute lo-fi thing, and it is really chill.
Oh my gosh.
I just like to imagine he's got this going in the
Okay,
background.
So I feel like we gotta take this, and this is gonna go at the end of the podcast.
Yeah, this might have to be our.
Cool.
Yeah,
Can we do that?
perfect.
Just like
Yeah.
at the end and like.
And there we go, because I released this soundtrack with all my XSS payloads as artist name, as label name, because I became my own label as well.
Nice. As
I put it in every credit option that was possible. So I pressed this button on submitting or publishing or requesting review, something like that. And I went to bed. And the next morning I woke up to a blind access report. And I thought, okay, this is good. But the domain name, I just hit it, is a major record label. And it's not actually the third party.
Oh no.
Oh.
And I was like, hey, wait a minute. Of course, this third party on the internet where you can publish your music on as an independent thing is showing the music to all the major labels so they can discover talent. But I popped one of their administration panels,
portals.
and I could see all the stuff of major artists
Wow.
unreleased.
The
with
guys
names.
like, yeah, these major labels are like, man, this one slaps, guys. Like, this is the song.
No, but
Bug Bounty.
no, what actually happened was in the local store, when my blind XSS pops, it steals like everything. Also, the local session storage is called, I think.
Yeah.
And in that thing, there was a big JSON.
Is that a custom payload? What is that?
No,
is
it's
that
easy
XSS Center?
easy XSS.
Solid.
Yeah, so you can just find
Easy
it.
XSS.
Yeah, you can just find it on GitHub, install it. It's really easy, and it's good to have.
You know.
There you go.
Go to
No,
GitHub,
but
install it.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Easy XSS, you know.
It is.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is that in this local session storage was some big JSON blob with all the music in the queue and or being reviewed, not reviewed,
Wow.
and with major artists there. And I was like, okay, I know now this rap artist is going to release. And
Oh, dang.
so I
pretty
felt
cool.
a little bit like, ooch, this is hot stuff. I need to report this to the major record label.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But there was a problem. It was midsummer, so nobody was in the office. Nobody to reach out to.
What does this mean?
Mhm.
What it was what?
Nobody was there in the office. So it was midsummer.
Oh, okay. So wait,
a
this is-
midsummer.
Okay, wait. We were talking about this. I saw this on Discord. Is this a real thing? Like in Europe, that like in the middle of the summer, like nobody's like at work?
Yeah, we don't work.
What?
No. It starts
Meanwhile, in
July,
America,
and by
we-
the end of August, people are coming back, and then on the first day of September, everyone is in the office again, but talking about their holidays. And then on the second week of September, you try to work.
Or like
This is ridiculous.
Meanwhile, in America, we get 1 day a year off.
But imagine it's the 1st of August, and you just hit this major record
Wow.
label, and the payload keeps popping. So I got
no,
the whole day.
no.
I had to reach out to them, and nobody picked up the phone. And at
Oh,
a certain
man.
moment, I finally got someone on the phone. I was like, okay, I want to report a security issue with your thing. Oh no, this person is not in office. You can send it to Katrina, but Katrina is not at IT. Well,
Yeah,
So-
our security team's out of office for the summer.
Yeah.
so
You just come back in like 3 months.
yeah.
but in the meanwhile, I'll also reach out on LinkedIn to the CEO,
Sure.
and he did not respond after 2 days. I got someone to help me out with LinkedIn Premium, so you can push your message a little bit more.
Wow.
Nice.
And then I got an email back. Shut up! Stop chasing us.
Oh no.
Well.
And I was like, okay, this is not good. And also, the country where this company was headquartered is a country not safe for ethical hackers. They're known for easily putting lawsuits and proceed and stuff. So I was like, I got this beautiful song I want to release. I popped a major record label, and I need them to fix the bug so my song can get published.
Oh, there you go. Exactly.
And well, after a while, their computer man, their CTO came back, and he reached out to me like, "Hey, this is really cool. Yeah, we fixed the bug. Can you check again?" So I checked again. I did not see any new fires. So I asked him, "Yeah, it's fixed. Can you now press this approve button so I can proceed with my research?" So this guy was really helpful. He pressed the approve button.
No way.
So it gets sent through the API back to the asset I was attacking, and it popped.
Yeah.
And that was one of my best bugs in the last years, with a lot of
Dude.
risks and a lot of
That
rough
is
riding.
crazy. I mean, we preach it all the time here on Critical Thinking. Pay the money, get access to the premium
Yeah.
product, develop your own song, and you too
Let's
one
go,
day
like, on the extra mile.
could be right next to Drake when you get the approved button pressed. Nice.
Yeah, no, it
Very
was-
good. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Dr. Bro.
Yeah, that's
All right. All right. Nagli.
Okay.
Do you already spill all your secrets, or you got something you want to talk
I
about?
have some cool bug,
All right.
but it's not funny.
All right. That's fine.
All right.
You know, leave
That's
that
a
to me.
serious bug.
No, but I have some funny story, small funny story. Before.
Okay, cool.
So let's say Settlement takeovers. Okay,
Okay.
you want to introduce me?
No, okay, so this is wow, this is Nogly.
Thank you very much.
We're gonna I'm gonna keep I get the mic too close, and then we all get the mic. So I don't want to edit this, so keep it there. You go, like
Okay,
this.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can
we'll-
always amplify the sound, but I can't.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You get it. Okay, let's go.
Okay, so one funny anecdote about settlement takeovers. Okay, so I find settlement takeovers occasionally.
We've heard, yeah,
Just scanning
manually, right?
Yeah, manually.
manually, of
Scanning
course.
SV buckets every 30 seconds and stuff like that. And then it was like 1 a.m. some Friday night, and we don't work on a Friday night. Oh, I think you don't work Friday night as well. And then I get a weird alert for a company which is worth a couple of $1 billion. And I see, hey, you found the takeover on www.company.com. Actually on their own
No.
www domain. Because usually those companies, they have marketing websites as their www.
Yeah.
And this company, they had like a WordPress vendor that did it, and then they messed up somehow.
No.
So I just see like, okay, it's
Took
1 a.m. and I see on this major website that a lot of users use, and it was few $1 billion, Twitter @Nagli. This is like my SV bucket automatic payload.
Dude.
And I was like, holy shit, what am I doing now? Like it's 1 a.m.
That
Everyone navigate to the website seeing my Twitter handle.
I think if it was me, I don't think I would have even clicked on that alert. I would have just assumed, like, it was late at night. I would have just assumed, man, you know,
Yeah.
a false positive. Something must have popped up.
Yeah, so it was like very, very interesting. Just seeing my website, I've got
Oh
some
my
DMs on Twitter.
gosh.
So in the morning when I woke up and they fixed it, like eventually in the morning, I saw some DMs from the website developers, like the third-party companies that developed it for the client, and they said, "What have you done to our website? Why did you do this to our website?
Why did you do it?
We want it back." Why
Oh
did
my
you do it?"
gosh.
So it was like very, very unfortunate.
This poor developer went in there and was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna like change the name on this thing for just a second," and Nogli just like sniped it out from
Yeah.
underneath him.
Wrecked.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that one was pretty funny. And yes, I have another story.
Oh, you got
But,
another one.
yeah.
Okay, we getting a double Nogli special today.
Yeah, sorry for stealing the show.
Okay.
So basically, last year on some one live hacking event. So usually I come to live hacking events and I have to find a crit on side because the competition,
Sure,
the pressure,
sure.
the tense, Justin up on the leaderboard.
You
Like
know.
I have to put a fight. So I was with Andre. There was some show. They taught us some new techniques, and me and Andre said, "Oh, let's just try to hack the weirdest bug ever." We set ourselves a goal. We want to have authentication bypass. We want to get takeover an arbitrary account. It's
This is how a lot of crazy bugs start too. Let me
Yeah.
just say, is like you set yourself a goal, like I want a shell on this thing, or I want auth bypass, and then you just keep on pushing and pushing and pushing until you get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, in this case, we wanted to take over another account. All we had is like email. So we just created an email and then we tried to take over the other account. It was like, it's a public program. Everyone uses it. It's super hardened. No one, like, there are almost no bugs left on this program. So basically what we did, we set our account as admin@gmail.com. And then we tried a variation that he likes to use and I also like to use. It's called ordinal indicator A. What it means is like it's a very tiny A. It looks like A.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
small character A.
It's a Unicode character,
Yeah,
right?
it's Unicode, but it really looks like A, but it's super small. It's called ordinal indicator on Google.
Mhm.
So what you do is we change another email, another account to that admin with the special A.gmail.com. And when it let us change it, when it passed it, like it didn't throw an error, it was a good sign at first. Okay, we can
Sure.
use this character. So now our mission was to get to all the subdomains of this company, check every SSO implementation, everything that might pass between different services.
I remember this bug.
Yeah, and that we might like get the authentication bypass. So like I tried 400 subdomains, I think, manually.
Oh my
And
gosh.
started just logging in, and then like I think the last one almost I just signed into the account, and then I said, wait, how did I sign in? I never registered here, and it was like very weird. And then I see,
So
oh,
SSO'd from the main domain.
yeah. So basically they had like their own SSO, and they said, oh, okay, we know this user, he's admin, and then the parsing between the two applications, it called the ordinal indicator A as a normal A, and then we just got in the application. $28K bug. No, it was like very, very crazy. The most creative bug of the event. So it was,
Nice,
like, very,
man.
and
Dude.
it was persistency and like, okay, we want a authentication bypass. Okay.
And
No,
you just
let's-
stick to it and
yeah,
stick
let's
to
do
it
it.
until you do. Okay, so reviewing that, you signed up on the main site, you used a Unicode character in the place of, for admin@google.com, then you put weird A domain
Yeah.
at google.com, right?
Yeah.
And then when you single sign on onto a different thing, normalize the Unicode character and logged you into admin@google.com.
yeah, the actual account that we targeted.
Dang.
So it
That's
was-
fire, man.
It was with Andre, 0xACB, great hacker and great friend. So
Yeah.
it was like
Yeah.
very cool bug.
Andre's got some crazy
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
yeah. Me and Andre always have
Found a lot of
always
stuff
have
about
amazing
Unicode
bugs.
with the Unicode character.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cosmic
Yeah.
bugs, as we call it.
All right,
Yeah, so-
Nogli, get out of here.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
All right.
I
that
think
it?
I think that's it.
I think that's it.
What time we at? We at 36 minutes.
Oh, it's perfect.
Perfect.
Perfect. All
And then
right.
we got 3 minutes of Dr. Moment's song at the end. Not too bad for
Yeah.
an impromptu episode.
Yeah, a
in the
little
hotel room,
impromptu.
right?
Now we just have to edit it. It's currently 9:45.
Releases in what? 6,
Yeah,
7
you're
hours?
lucky. You saved 3 hours. You came to the West Coast.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you should like say everyone's name.
Yeah. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Hold on. Let me just. Well, actually, no.
I don't-
I'm
no,
not.
we'll
I'm
just
not
leave
even,
it where
I'm
it
not even
is.
going to try to touch that.
Okay.
We got Mr. Franz Rosen, which everyone already knows.
Yeah,
Franz Rosen.
Franz.
Franz, you got anything you want to shout out or anything?
Hello.
The best.
We got some really like self-serving hackers here. All right,
Franz,
Nogli,
you find him?
Nogli wants you to watch the podcast and tell your friends about it.
And post on LinkedIn.
And
Post on
okay.
LinkedIn. He wants us to
Okay,
post on
listen.
LinkedIn.
Nogli needs you to go to. Okay, Man, I'm gonna have to make a LinkedIn for this podcast. Okay, listen, I'm
Make
not
sure
gonna
to
do
check
it.
out
I'm not gonna
his
do it now.
Shockwave security.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna do it now. But Nogli wants you. Am I gonna do it tonight? Yeah. Mariah says I'm gonna do it tonight, so I'm gonna go make a LinkedIn for critical thinking tonight. And Nogli, in honor of Nogli's amazing double bug special, go give it a. What do you even do on LinkedIn? You follow?
Follow?
Go give it a follow on LinkedIn.
Yeah, follow on LinkedIn.
We got
Yeah.
Mr.
Corbin.
Lorbencio.
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 Corbin Leo.
Corbin Leo.
Hacker_ boring.co.
Boring mattress.
The expensive domain. We're
Boring
not just
Mattress
gonna
Company.
disclose.
We got Mr. Zazzle, the King Curry. Can we just
King Curry.
Oh, he's taking his stage.
Okay, before I shut this out, I just want to say that Ian Carroll did promise me $10 if I would say this. It is 2 words, but there's a period in between it because it's a domain name.
All right.
So imagine I say a period, like dot in between. Seats, arrow as in the airlines.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Seats.
I don't get it.
Seats.arrow. Goes to check out seats.arrow.
Yep, seats.arrow.
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 Okay, there we go. Dr. Bowman, you got anything for us?
He never gave me a referral link for that, by the way.
Okay, if you're
I want to do a shout out to my mom.
okay, listen to this.
Hi, Mom. I'm sure you're watching this. She's always keeping track of the leaderboard and then sharing pictures back with me. Hey, I saw you.
Oh, my
So,
God, that's
yeah.
so sweet.
Hi, Mom.
And then also for
You're so passionate about like bug bounty and what you do bug bounty for. So why don't you share a little bit about like what you're passionate about in the industry with the people?
all right.
Why I'm doing this, actually? That's your question. Yeah. Well, the thing is, by day I work as a medical doctor. By night, as an ethical hacker, researcher, whatever group is in front of me. But what I'm trying to do is learn as much as possible to figure out if the stuff we use in healthcare is safe. And a lot of stuff is not safe, and that's okay. If we discover it soon enough, then we can fix it. And there's still mindset there, like, oh no, we've got this ISO thing, we've got this certificate, and now it's good, and now we can put this device in the human body, stitch it, and then say goodbye. It's Bluetooth.
The stakes get a lot higher in that scenario, you know?
Yeah. So that makes me a little bit passionate about trying to figure out what tricks are there and what to do to break stuff and to show people like, hey, you should fix it. And in my doctor work, I've got a lot of bad news conversations like, hey, this is bad stuff happening in your body. With ethical hacking, you got the same, hey, this is bad stuff happening. So there's a lot of similarities
This
there.
man is a pro at delivering bad news.
I was trying to do it with a good soundtrack there. It's good ethical hacking, but in my doctor work, it's different though. But and I'm trying to combine both worlds.
Solid.
There's a lot of stuff we can learn from medicine since the bug bounty world is maybe 10, 20 years old.
It's young.
It's real young. Medicine is, going on for at least 1,000 years, if it's not longer. And we managed to accelerate a lot in the last 100, 200 years by sharing all our knowledge. And that's what I'm trying to bring back a little bit to hacking. Like, hey, whatever you learn, if you're able to teach others, share your stories. If you're a company, don't be afraid that people will judge you because you were hacked by an ethical hacker. No, people judge you by you don't share that you were hacked.
Exactly.
We got some famous password manager that was not sharing honestly what was going on. And if they did from the start and they showed us all the technical details, we would have learned from them and like, oh, whoa, this is cool. Let us hack you again. And then we might be there in time and not
for sure
too late. So just a little bit of my passion.
Good call, Mariah, having him share that. All right, let's give him a go. Let's give him a round of applause. All right, Joel, you got anything for us on the way out?
No, dude. Listen. This event is coming up tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's pretty crazy. We have a bunch of cool bugs. Hopefully, we'll be able to talk about them at some point.
I hope so.
In the meantime, we have to go edit this. So peace out.
Peace.
I've been collecting on bounty for 34 years now, and I know what I'm doing. And this bug bounty is the one I've been waiting for all my life. Now I aim to see that everything goes just right. We'll get him, Daddy. Don't you worry. Well, we better get him.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for checking out this week's episode of the Critical Thinking Bug Bounty Podcast. We hope you enjoyed. For more bug bounty and hacking content, you can find all of our other episodes wherever you get your podcasts. If you'd like to watch our show in a video format, you can also find the episodes over on our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/@criticalthinkingpodcasts. If you have a moment, please consider leaving us a rating or sharing this episode with your friends and colleagues. That helps a ton, and it is the best way by far to directly support the podcast. Next week, we're going to have an amazing, exciting new episode coming out all about source code review. Justin and I will be talking about all the key takeaways and learnings that we had while prepping for our Last Life hacking event and a whole lot more. You're not going to want to miss this one. See you there. Peace.